Good morning, guys. So we've taken a little bit of rain here lately, probably about 4/10, give or take. So it's just drying up enough we can get out here, so we thought we'd better come out here and we're gonna load up Ashton's cart. We got our auger fixed up. Yesterday and the day before was basically just solid maintenance days and greasing days. So we should be good to hit the road here for another little bit. I'm still good. We're gonna get Ashton loaded up here. She's just getting her auger situated. And then I'm just gonna wheel the truck around. But it's quite soft, so I'm hoping not to get a truck stuck. Alright, success. I had one shot to get this. Why one shot? Because the ground is so soft and I got a really heavy load on. And there's no way I could back up on my traction and come back. I would just start sinking out of sight and then it's mud under there and I'd be done. So since I got this, we can get some weight off before I have to start moving it back and forth again.
Impressive.
Impressive, one shot. One shot. I don't even drive truck. I do have my license, but I don't carry seat out. All right, guys, let's get cracking. I was just being a little cocky there because I got it first try. It normally doesn't happen all the time, but I'm like, I'm just good at everything I do, and then Ashton's like,
but not barbecuing.
But not barbecuing, apparently. That's embarrassing. And we're loading. Let's go up. What? Yeah, we've been loading her with the backhoe, as you guys know, and there's no screen on the backhoe, so you're taking up all the little rocks and lumps and fir clumps, and that's kind of hard on augers. Hard on everything. All right, we're gonna load here. You guys got it figured. These are the fir lumps that I was talking about. See, I already kicked the big one over there. Then they plug up your grate. This is the why you always screen your fertilizer, you see. But when we were running that conveyor, we didn't really have a lot of means to screen the fertilizer. So all this would go into the cart, you see, and it's pretty hard on augers. Some of this stuff breaks up okay, but some doesn't. And then you get the odd stone, you get some, actually that's something off a wall probably. Okay. Okay, we just gotta back up here. We gotta watch Ashton, can you see her? Oh, see if I can hold my phone steady here. Oh, a little bit more, Mike. Right there. Awesome. Are we good? Of course we're good. On to the next hopper. We emptied that one. We're golden. Alright. Do this, you guys, is the back trailer is just nitrogen. And then this hopper's got our seed, and this hopper's got our phos. The reason why is because we need more nitrogen. We use more of it, so the whole back trailer is nitrogen. And then we know that we can always get that empty. Second most we use would be seed, and then the phos, well, they're actually pretty similar. But since the hopper's bigger, we normally load up the phos on the front hopper. That way there's always a little bit extra for weight, because the last thing you want to do is empty everything off your drive axles and then still have either product back there or product back here, because moving forward and backwards would be a bit of a problem. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. All right, let's get moving here. Next one up is what? Seed or fert? What do you want? And when we mean fert, we mean phos. Okay. Now that we're going back to Durham, we pull that grate out just so it speeds the process up just a little bit more. You hung up. Okay, here. Yeah, here, I got this for you.
Keep going. Great.
Oh, my bad. I was just trying to help out. Okay, I'm gonna go move the truck. Sorry you're looking into the sun. You can't really see what's going on here, but now we're loading up. We're loading up Durham. Woo! And we're loaded. Just like that, you guys. I'm going to pull this puppy out of the way and get ready to go. So I was just gonna hop on Mr. Fentel's over here and maybe do some Fenting for the day, but there's a couple nasty little hills here that old Johnny Popper won't climb. So if old Johnny Popper won't climb, there's no way in heck old Fentel's is gonna do it. So I'm gonna head over there and work away on that a little bit, and then maybe I'll switch her out a little bit later. And away we go. There's Ashton. She's just heading across the headland there to get to her last pass that she left off on before the rain. I am just kind of going around the slough. It's a little damp, chewing up just a little bit, not bad. I'm running about 120% engine horsepower with 5% slip, 4% slip. That's quite a bit. Not for slip, I mean for engine horsepower. Considering I'm actually not full. You guys have these little potholes of water, because this is what I like to call the slough. And I know you guys are like, why don't you drain those things? Well, that's something that we've done a little bit of, but not a lot. To be honest, there's so many that it's slightly daunting. It's hard to cover that kind of ground and drain stuff. It's yeah, that requires a lot of capital, a lot of people, and a lot of work. Now, this one won't, but most of these will dry, and we'll come back and we'll reseed them. Like that one, not much in that one. You see that? That's gonna dry out, and I'm gonna come back and seed that. This laid down canola that we had some trouble getting through the combine last year has been causing a little bit of trouble, but we'll see how it all goes. All right. So that's my pass, but I can't pull that hill, no way in heck. And I can't pull that pass, and maybe I can pull one of these passes over here. So I've done a little bit of headlands around this slough that I was going around, remember? So we're just gonna drive over here a little ways and strike a pass down, and then our goal is to seed down that, because yeah. So I was trying to video this last pass. Remember I struck this pass down here? I thought I was recording, I was not. So now what we're doing is we're gonna come back down, and we're gonna go down that steep part, and then we're gonna come back up again. Because the steepest part of this hill, you gotta keep seeding down every time. Even this little bit of a longer hill here, that's gonna be a pretty good tug too. We'll see what happens when we get to it. Here we are. So right now we're running about 1850 RPM at about 5 miles an hour. It typically holds it most of the time until you start getting into some hills. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna shift down about maybe 1 or 2, go down to 6th gear here, and then we're gonna turn off our RPM cap. That way we can get max RPM, because we're gonna need it here. So I'm already throttled all the way up. This is all we got, okay? So we're burning about 120. Well, that's our percentage of horsepower, so we're definitely over 100 with about 4 to 5% slip. And we're 2,000 RPM. And as it keeps lugging, we're gonna keep shifting down. Now, you guys gotta remember, I'm only half full. So if I was full, we'd be in a world of trouble. Oh, she's lugging down. We're gonna shift down. And this tractor's weighing in around 66,000 pounds. It's pretty heavy, plus a full load of fuel on top of that. Okay, there we go, we're on top. We're gonna try to start shifting up here, 3.5. Come on, let's go. As soon as we get up into 8th gear, we're gonna idle back down here. As soon as we get up to a little bit of speed. There we go. Now we're gonna go down the hill, and obviously that's gonna be easy. Here we go, we're at the top of the hill. See, I pulled out down there because I can't climb it. So we're just gonna seed down this pass. That'd be hilarious if we actually gained speed going down here. Ha! Use my brake.
Typically a whole mile behind what the tractor, the bottom speed says, to what it's actually doing when it hit those wet spots or the hill.
Ashton's having a lot of trouble pulling that drill right now. She was just saying that her wheel slip is about 1 mile an hour. Well, her speed is 1 mile an hour slower than her target speed. So that tells me she's got some pretty good slip going on there. So now we're gonna go up this one. That's our plan. Just turning around here. Oh, all right. So we're balls out here right now. We're in 6th gear. Idled all the way up. Man, that looks intimidating. I feel like this was a mistake. Shoot. Well, we're about to find out. Yeah, we're shifting down already. Oh boy. Oh, we're shifting down again. Oh, we're shifting down again. Oh, we're shifting down again. We're in 2nd gear. Come on. Oh, we're shifting down again. Come on, Johnny. Come on, Johnny. Come on. Come on. Come on, Johnny. Come on. We need a pusher. We need a pusher tractor. We need a pusher. 2 mile an hour. We can do this. Come on. Oh, man, we did it. Okay, we are definitely not climbing up the steeper part. Any harder pull and we would have been sitting on that hill. Woo! Oh, wasn't that fun, eh? So, I just want to point out a few things here. Like this RX, most of the time, will hold this tractor around 1800 RPM, 4.8 mile an hour in 8th gear. Okay? If you get to some hills, obviously it won't do that. You're going to have to give yourself more RPM or you're going to have to shift down a little bit. That's pretty standard. But this is my first RX. This is my 2nd year with the RX, and I've been a Case guy ever since. I've come off of Case 620 quad tracks and 550s and everything else, all the way down to the 9270, 9390s, 9250, all that fun stuff. Pulling on the exact same hills. Obviously the Case wouldn't pull up these big hills either, okay? Just being straight up, but it would pull it faster. There's lots of hills that this Deere won't get up that the Case would get up, because we seed it the same way every time with the same drill and the same load, and obviously conditions vary every year from year to year, but we've ran those cases through very dry season and very, very wet seasons, and they just, at the end of the day, they pull better. I'm just being straight up with you guys. I'm not knocking Deere, I'm just saying that the Case pulls better. Ashton's having quite a bit of problems over there with 1050, so I might go and swap her out. We're going to have to shift down here. This particular RX is weighted up to around 66,000 pounds, give or take a few hundred, and I have a full tank of fuel, so we are flirting with about 70,000 pounds of tractor here. So that's pretty stinking heavy. This is the heaviest one of our 3, and I can still spin this puppy right out on top of a hill. I could dig holes with it. I could bring it right to a stop. And the problem is you don't want to do that, because then you're going to be stuck on the side of the hill and you're going to have to get a tractor to come give you a pull because you can't go backwards. So, well, guys, you guys get the gist of it. I think I might go and hop on Mr. Fentel's. Adios! I just switched tractors. I got my lunch kit, my thermos, and we're going Fenton. All right, well. First thing I notice is it's really quiet in here. Alright guys, drill's in the ground, and we're running on TMS, on auto. And we're around about 1300 RPM. Right now we're going around, oh. Look at how we're chewing here. I want to be 5 mile an hour, you guys. Not 3.5. Ha! I see. It's gonna be fun, I see. So, we're almost a mile an hour under. So, I'm seeing some serious slip going on here. Sure is quiet though. This is it, guys. This is all we got. Tractor's definitely labor in here. Look at those ruts. Look at that. You don't need triples, they said. You don't need all that weight, they said. Right. Right. So I've been out here for like a half an hour. And I've been TMSing it the whole time. Well, I just took the TMS off because I'm like, screw the TMS. I can get a 0.3 to 0.5 mile an hour out here faster by going full RPM. And I can get a little bit of a run into those hills before the... It's just like setting your cruise control on your truck. You see a hill and you're going down it with your pickup truck or your car. And you're like, yeah, I could probably give it a little extra gas right now, but I'm going to let the cruise control do it. And then as it's going in, it legs back just a little bit before it gives it an gusto, right, to get you up. Well, the problem is I don't have any Nagusto. I got no Nagusto, you guys. That's it. That's all I got. So then I'm like, so just imagine you're taking your cruise off and you step into it a little bit, you get a bit of a run up that hill. That's basically all I'm doing here, okay? And it's pulling terrible. Like to the point where like I'm not exactly sure if I can keep this tractor on it even to finish the season. I'm just finishing up one of Ashton's passes, and she actually had to lift up down there at the bottom of the hill, and she barely made it up. You can see her ruts just spinning and digging with the drill out of the ground. It's not even in the ground, you guys. That's not even a big hill. So that's bad. That's bad. So we're gonna wheel out here and we're gonna just seat down that puppy. So that's how much slip we got. Almost 1 mile an hour of slip. And my drill is out of the ground. My drill is out of the ground. Because we're just trying to wheel around here to seat down this other pass that Ashley couldn't get up with her drill out of the ground. So good thing I like a challenge. We just seated that now. I'm just going to jump back into our other pass here that we just left. Auto steer's engaging. Oh. And we're going to go up this little hill up here. Now I know what you guys are saying. You guys are like, so this is your third one. Yes, it's my third. How did you ever pull this drill before? Well, I guess we've been in a drought for about 3 years. So when your ground is dry, it pulls easier. We have now just gotten moisture, equals the opposite. So we're trying to hold that 4.95 mile an hour. This is my actual speed. The difference is the slip. Okay? Now we're gonna climb a bit of a hill here, so we're gonna see how this is gonna go. It's not even a bad hill. Okay? This isn't a bad hill. Chewy, chewy, choo choo. Chewy, chewy, choo choo. Chewy, 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 choo choo. Choo choo! Again, this is my actual speed. This is my target. I'm supposed to be doing 4.8. Or if I was in a Deere, I'd probably be down at 4.5. This is not good, you guys. This is an efficiency killer. And I'm just making a mess. Because those ruts are not a good seed bed. So, yeah. And you're like, well, Mike, first of all, you said that the Johnny Popper over there is not pulling good, so you can't expect this thing to pull any better if the Johnny Popper's not pulling. Well, you're right. The Johnny Popper is struggling, too. It's a little bit of a wet season. Johnny Popper's definitely struggling. Johnny Popper is pulling like a dream compared to this 1050, and I don't think the Johnny Popper's pulling very good at all, so that automatically tells you what I think about how good the 1050 is pulling. So, like, the 1050, to be honest with you, is pulling so bad, I don't even know if it's going to finish the season. Like, I'm just making a mess in my tracks, and this isn't going to work. Like, this just isn't going to work. I'm going to have to either have a plan B, or my dealer or ACO is going to have to get me something else down here to help me finish seeding. I'm about 55% complete. So, at least we're halfway. But at this pace, it's going to be a very, very long go. Very long go. One more hill. Here we go. Gonna lock up my diffs too, just to help out a little bit. I don't believe in seeding with my diffs on. But we'll see what we can do here. See if we can even make it up. Shoot. Uh-oh. 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 We're gonna dig a hole. We're gonna stop and dig a hole. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, that is terrible.
Look like you're going fairly slow.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Would you look at that? I don't need triples, they said. I don't need all this weight, they said. There's enough tires and weight for that tractor. Right. Right. And you guys are like, well, Mike, why don't you put your triples on? Yeah, that'd probably gain me maybe a half a mile an hour. Maybe if I was lucky. It might not even gain me that. I have a serious power problem here. Power problem. Yeah. It's going to be a long seed. One more hill. You guys see that? That's our speed. That's how much we're digging. These aren't that big of hills, you guys. These aren't monstrous hills. Look at that. Look at that mess. Nothing's gonna grow in those tracks after I seed it. You can see the ruts off over there on my last pass, going up that hill. Sorry, I'm not trying to make you guys sick here. Come on, Betsy. Come on. See, the Deere pulled hard up those hills too. But not this hard. How do I know? Because I just came from it. And I just asked Ashton what she's thinking about the Deere right now. And she's like, oh, it's nice to have more power. And I'm thinking to myself, when I was on the Deere coming off of the case, I'm like, holy crap, this thing's gutless. So, oh, the joys, you guys. I love it. So I'm going to conclude this video, because I don't want to waste any more time, and I'm pretty sure it's like almost 20 minutes long, or whatever the crap it is right now. So I'm going to carry on seeding. But thanks for hanging out with me, and I know what you guys are thinking. You guys got a lot of questions. There's a lot of guys out there about, hey, Mike, you shouldn't be running the manual. You should be just running auto, the TMS, non-TMS. How can you get that extra speed? How can you not? I don't know how I can do it, but I can do it. So I don't want to argue about that. I'm not bashing Fendt. I'm not bashing John Deere. I have all the colors. And I have way more Fendt stuff than I have anything, to be quite honest with you. But obviously the 1050 is struggling to the point I don't know if it's gonna make the rest of the seating. I think it might make more of a mess than anything. That doesn't leave me a lot of options. I don't really have anything I can replace it with unless something comes down to me. What am I going to do for the future? I have no idea. I'm not looking at the future right now. I'm looking at now. I'm in the now. I'm seeding. Putting the crop in the ground is of the top priority. So I hope you guys understand that. And same with the Johnny Popper. What I'm going to do with the old Johnny Popper over there, I don't know. I don't care. Again, seeding is top priority. Let's get the crop in the ground. Nothing's going to happen with that. And probably nothing's going to happen with the 1050 as of right now. Unless I can get some sort of a loaner tractor or something to pull this drill a little bit better. Otherwise, it's hard pulling, and the reason why it's hard pulling is it's wet. Out of all the other years that I've had the 1050s, it's been dry, it's been a lot easier pulling, and it's still been a struggle. You've heard me complain about that last year in my other 1050 review. This year it's far, far worse. If I would have had this kind of pull last year, I wouldn't even have got this 1050. It wouldn't even have been an option, but I had reason to believe that the software in this one would be different from the last two, and that it would pull better. Unfortunately, that is not the case, and you know what? It is what it is. Let's just call a spade, and we're not going to bash it. It's a beautiful tractor, but it is not meant to pull heavy loads like this. So we're going to move on from that. I'm probably not going to put my triples on due to it's going to cost me more time, the precious time that I do not have. And it's really not going to gain me a whole lot. It might gain me a little bit on the hills, but I just don't get the power. I just don't get the power. That's all it is. So you guys have yourself a good one, and I'll just keep pumping out some videos. Talk to you guys later.